She left without hesitation, no guilt, no second thoughts, not even a glance back. She walked away smiling, convinced she had made the right choice. She thought I was replaceable, that I would chase after her, beg for answers, for closure, that I would break without her. But I didn't. I let her go. And now she's the one drowning in regret, begging for just one last chance to see me. But the thing is, I don't need to see her anymore. I should have seen it coming. The distance, the late nights, the way she looked at her phone and smiled, but never at me. She had already left me long before she walked out the door. I ignored the signs. I convinced myself she was just busy, that things would get better. But deep down I knew. Then one night, the truth hit me, not with a scream, not with a fight, but with silence. A message. I can't wait to see you again. Last night was perfect. I didn't react. I didn't throw her phone. I didn't demand answers because there was nothing left to say. That night, she came home smiling. She kissed my cheek like she always did, as if nothing had changed. And maybe to her, nothing had, because she thought I would always be there. She didn't know that I had already made my decision. I wasn't going to argue. I wasn't going to beg. I was just going to leave. She walked into the house late that night, humming softly to herself. There was no guilt on her face, no hesitation in her steps, just the same confidence she always carried. She had no idea that I had seen the message, no idea that I had spent the last few hours sitting in silence, staring at the phone screen, letting the truth settle in. "You're still up?" she asked casually, dropping her purse onto the table, kicking off her heels like it was just another night. I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman I had built my life around. The woman I had once believed in, trusted with everything. And in that moment, she was a stranger. She wasn't worried. She wasn't nervous. Because she thought she had already won. She thought I would never leave. "Yeah," I said quietly, standing up, just thinking. "Thinking about what?" she asked, barely paying attention, already scrolling through her phone. She didn't even see me walk past her, didn't notice the way my hands were steady, didn't feel the shift in the air, because she didn't expect anything to change. But I was already gone. I walked into the bedroom, grabbed a bag, and started packing. Not in anger, not in haste, just calm, deliberate movements. A few clothes, my essentials, nothing that would slow me down. I wasn't taking memories. I wasn't taking pain. I was taking my freedom. When I walked back out, bag in hand, she finally looked up. "Where are you going?" she asked, a small laugh in her voice, like this was some kind of joke. I met her gaze, and for the first time, I saw fear. She didn't know what was happening, but she knew something was wrong. "I'm done," I said simply. Her smile faltered. What do you mean you're done?" I didn't answer. I didn't know her one. I just walked past her, reached for the door, and turned the handle. "Wait," she said quickly, her voice sharper now, panic creeping in. "What are you talking about? You're not making any sense." I paused at the doorway, just for a second, and then, without looking back, I said the last words you would ever hear from me. "You'll understand soon enough." Then I stepped out and closed the door behind me. I didn't hear her call my name, didn't hear her footsteps following me, because for the first time in a long time, she was the one left behind. She had no idea she would never see me again. At first, she didn't take it seriously. She probably thought I just needed space, that I would cool off, maybe stay at a friend's place for a night or two, then come back like nothing happened. But then days passed, then a week, and I was still gone. No messages, no calls, no trace of me. The first time she called, I ignored it. The second time, I blocked her number. Then came the emails, the messages from mutual friends, the desperate attempts to reach me in any way she could. "Please, just talk to me. I don't understand why you're doing this. You're being unfair. We need to talk." I never responded. She wasn't sorry. She wasn't apologizing. She was just confused, because for the first time, she wasn't the one in control. As the days turned into weeks, that confusion turned into something else. Regret. She started asking people where I was, showing up at places I used to go, searching for any sign of me. But I had erased myself from her world. And the more she searched, the more the truth hit her. I was never coming back. That was when the regret became unbearable. She never thought this would happen. She never imagined a world where I didn't exist for her anymore. At first, she tried to keep her pride intact, convincing herself that I was just being dramatic, that I'd eventually come crawling back. But when the weeks turned into months, that confidence crumbled. Her messages changed. The frustration disappeared, replaced with something else. Pleading, I made a mistake. Please, just talk to me. Let me explain. I miss you. I miss us. I don't know how to live with this regret. I never answered. And that silence, it destroyed her. She started asking our old friends about me, trying to track me down. Have you seen him? Does he ever talk about me? Please, just tell me where he is. But no one could help her because I had cut off everything, every connection, every trace, every path back to me. She wasn't losing me anymore. She had already lost me the moment she betrayed me. What she was really losing now, the illusion that I would always be there. And when that realization hit her, it broke her in a way she never expected. It was bound to happen. After all her searching, after months of calls, messages, and pleading, she found me. I had moved on, built a new life, surrounded myself with people who valued me. But she found the one place I hadn't expected her to, a cafe. One of my favorite spots where I'd been spending my afternoons, peaceful and content. And there she was, standing in the doorway, her breath catching when she saw me. I didn't flinch. I didn't even blink. I just kept sipping my coffee, watching as she slowly walked toward me. She had the same nervous energy I remembered. The way she bit her lip, unsure of herself, like she had lost her place in the world. You're here, she said, voice trembling. I didn't think I'd find you. I didn't answer right away. I wanted her to feel that silence. I wanted her to know this moment wasn't for me. It was for her. Finally, I looked up at her, giving her a cold, measured glance. You found me? She nodded, her face flushed with emotion. I've been trying for so long. I know I hurt you, and you hurt me. You made a choice. Her eyes watered, but she quickly wiped away the tears. I've realized everything, she whispered, the words coming out broken, desperate. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I regret it so much. I need you. I need you back in my life. I set my coffee cup down slowly, my gaze never leaving her. You need me? I repeated, the words heavy in the air. Do you even know what that means anymore? Her eyes widened slightly, like she wasn't prepared for sting in my words. She looked away for a moment, then back at me, her hands clasped in front of her, as if she were trying to keep herself together. I miss you, she said softly, almost pleading. I miss everything about us. I leaned back in my chair, my expression blank. The problem, I said, looking her directly in the eyes, is that you didn't miss me when it mattered. Her face fell. I didn't soften. I didn't feel sorry for her, because she had made her choice, and now I had made mine. I'm not the man you can come back to, I said, my voice firm. You let me go once. Now you have to live with the consequences. She looked at me, her face crumpling with the weight of my words. But there was nothing more for her to say. She had lost me forever, and this time there was no coming back. She sat down without asking, her hands gripping the edge of the table, her eyes, once filled with arrogance and certainty, now held nothing but desperation. Please, she whispered, voice barely holding together. Just give me a chance to explain. I sighed, shaking my head slightly. Explain what? She blinked, caught off guard by my question. That you didn't think I was good enough? That you thought you could do better? That you never once thought I would actually leave? Silence. She dropped her gaze, unable to deny the truth. That was the problem. She didn't regret what she did. She regretted that it didn't work out. I leaned forward slightly, keeping my voice calm but sharp. Let me ask you something, I said. If your life had turned out the way you wanted, if he hadn't left you, would you still be sitting here right now? Her breath hitched. She knew the answer. And so, did I, that's what I thought. She shook her head, tears threatening to spill. No, it's not like that. I swear, I raised a hand, cutting her off. It doesn't matter anymore. Her lips parted, her fingers gripping the table like it was the only thing keeping her from falling apart. So that's it, she whispered. You're really done with me? I stood up, sliding my hands into my pockets. I was done the moment I walked away. She stared at me, her face breaking, realization settling in like a weight she could never lift. I don't know how to live with this, she whispered, voice barely audible. I exhaled slowly, looking at her one last time. Then maybe you shouldn't have smiled when you left. And with that, I turned and walked away, leaving her drowning in the regret she created for herself. She had her moment of power. Now this was mine. She sat there frozen. The cafe was still full of people, life moving on around her, but she wasn't part of it anymore, because she was trapped in the past. Trapped in the moment she threw me away, believing I would always be there. And now the seat across from her was empty, because I had truly moved on. And she was left with nothing but regret, because for the rest of her life, she would know one thing. She had me, she lost me, and she would never get me back. Final message to the audience. Some people don't regret losing you. They regret losing the life they had with you. And once you realize that, you'll never look back. The end.